Alrighty, welcome back everybody to the Immersive Emperor Karl Franz campaign. So, a couple quick notes on the campaign. This is, of course, a thematic campaign where we are being a good guy, leader of humanity, trying to strengthen our neighbors as opposed to conquering them all, at least our neighbors who are humans, I should point out. And we are diametrically opposed, of course, to all chaos. And so far, it has gotten us into a world of trouble, which we will talk about a little bit more here in a second. The other thing, of course, is that this is a grand strategy campaign. You can see a quick summary of the rule set that we are using through a combination of mods and basically my own preferred playstyle to take our time and try to not speed through everything and increase the difficulty. Anyway, most of you at this point are probably already pretty well aware of all that. So I did want to mention one other thing, which is that I'm going to try starting to make these episodes a little bit longer. I feel like since I've started adding some of the cinematics into the videos, and also, well, let me just say, first of all, because of that, I've noticed I'm maybe getting a little bit less in the way of a little bit less accomplished in each individual episode. And then on top of that, obviously, a Warhammer 3 campaign, particularly one where we're playing grand strategy and trying to slow down the overall pacing of everything, does make these campaigns go on for a very long time. And because we do have to worry about things like patches coming out and DLCs dropping and things like that, I have in the past had campaigns that unfortunately have broken in the middle of the campaign because of those things. So maybe it'll be better off if we try to get through them a little bit quicker. I used to only have about an hour a day to play, and that's when I started doing the recording on this channel a little bit less than a year ago. I now find that I have a little bit more time than that. So anyway, long story short, what I'm going to try to do is I think more like maybe 90 minutes, so an hour and a half or so of gameplay in each video. Please, if you have any opinion on that, let me know. In the past, I'd actually talked about trying to make them a little bit shorter and making them more frequent, and people came back with a fairly resounding no, don't do that. So this time I'm thinking of maybe going in the opposite direction, making them a little bit longer. But if folks have a strong opinion about no, an hour is the right length, an hour and a half is too long or something like that, please let me know. Okay, so having said all that, let's go ahead and get back right into the status of this campaign. We fought a big battle here against Tempelhof at the tail end of the last episode. We wiped out their main army down here where all three of our armies are congregated. So that's a good thing. We don't have to worry about Tempelhof attacking us for at least the next few turns, which is definitely very good. We do, however, have Festus the Leech Lord bearing down on us. And this is really what I'm talking about the most when I said at the beginning that thematically playing to try to empower our neighbors as opposed to just conquering them has led us to a situation where, yeah, it doesn't matter how much we've tried to help Middenland, they have failed utterly. The AI is just not very smart in terms of how they handle themselves, and so the overwhelming forces of chaos are just completely overrunning Middenland right now. We gave them an army, that's this right here. It's degrading over time, so it's pretty much useless now. They've not actually done anything worthwhile with it at all, but I wanted to try it out and see how it worked. We gave them, of course, Delbers back after Kazrak took it. We took it back from Kazrak, gave it back to Middenland. Well, as you can see, they no longer have that either. They do still have Karaberg, and they do have Middenheim itself. Unfortunately, they're not smart enough to properly defend Middenheim, so even though it's a capital city with walls, they decided to move their strongest army out on some useless errand. I can't even imagine what they're thinking of doing. I guess it looks like he's going to try to take Schoppendorf, but he can't take Schoppendorf. I doubt if he could take Schoppendorf even if Kazrak wasn't lying in wait for him right here. But in any case, he's just going to get this army destroyed. So yeah, so and of course Wulfric is now bearing down on him as well. And I haven't really paid too close attention to Wulfric. We can't really see exactly what's in these armies, but he's got, 2.5 stacks worth of armies bearing down. And let's see who else he's at war with, because it might be that he's coming directly towards us. So he's at war with us in Midland, but when Midland gets wiped out, he could go to war with, he could fight Lorlearn, but he might just come straight towards us. So we really need to focus on protecting Altdorf from a myriad of threats right now. So we've got Festus bearing down, might be able to reach in one turn. Yeah, it looks to me like he probably would be able to reach next turn if he wanted to. So that's really what we need to be able to stop from happening is Festus coming down there and taking it. Now I do think it might be able, well, it should be able to hold out for one turn. It is a walled city, decent garrison. Even though he's going to have some good units in there, I feel like he's unlikely to roll right up and attack it without building any siege weapons first. So that buys us a tiny little bitty bit of time. Let's go ahead and apply our skill ups here and then decide who we're going to send up that way to try to help Altdorf defend itself. We could go Irrepressible, and one reason why we might want to is to try to get towards Lightning Strike because the benefit of having, or I should say the benefit of Lightning Strike when you're surrounded by as many enemies as we are is that you don't have to fight them all at the same time, obviously, at least not when you're attacking. So that's certainly a consideration. We could consider Best of the Empire, which, because we're still in kind of the recruiting stage of the game, might be kind of nice, although this army itself is not really the one that's doing most of the recruiting. We could turn him into a recruiter. We also have to take this before we unlock these others. So it could be good for that reason as well. But the recruit rank +2 is only for the Lord's army. However, the Lord recruit rank +3 is quite good. Yeah, let's do this because it unlocks these others and because you never know when we're going to want to have those benefits. Okay. Star Student, this is a cooldown to Lure of Shadow and a miscast base chance. I've almost never actually overcast spells. I need to get a lot better about when to overcast. So, yeah, I think I will go ahead and take it. And maybe I'll use this guy, Udolf Wissen here. Maybe I'll use him to start doing a little bit more overcasting. Okay, we have, of course, our best friend, Quinn von Shepard here. He's sort of like our bodyguard. I think we just want to continue to boost his melee fighting for now. These have not unlocked yet, so that's good. Let's go ahead and give him Foe Seeker. Gregor Braun, you... Okay, you only get a single skill up. Is it time to start giving you the red line yet? I think not yet. Because I don't know for sure what types of units we want to ultimately have with you. Okay, Mr. Warrior Priest, replenish troops. That's a pretty easy decision. Safeguard. Stimulate growth could be good as well, but I think I'm going to go right now with strengthening him in battle. So we'll give you Impassioned. First of all, let's also look and make sure we don't have any unassigned magic items. We do have this Power Stone. Let's take a look here at you. Forbidden Rod, which causes damage to self, so I almost never use it, versus Power Stone. The thing is, Forbidden Rod also gives us that spell resistance. Okay, you... your skills here, let's go ahead and give you... What is Accusation? It's a Hex. It's a debuff for one enemy. Physical resistance -20. That's pretty powerful. I like that. Let's give him that. And then we'll also give you Bloody Blade. And... So this is if we wanted to boost your melee. What's your trait? Tactician. Okay, so you're sort of... melee versus missile agnostic. You could go either way, but it looks like your skills here, well, your skills allow you to go either way as well. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll give you the silver bullets. I'm less likely to use you in melee, I think. And then Peter Solman here, Route Marsher, of course. You get a few more. We'll give you, ooh, hello. Battle Prick Grand Hammer of Sigmar. Everybody, yeah, that's good. Okay, and then I think I'll give you hard to hit start going this line. As well, we'll give you the... Oh, you don't get a melee defense buff. I could give you armor. Really not needed. You've got high armor already. I think maybe then I'll give you Deadly Blade. Okay. Alright, I think we're all prepared. Now, we have this army with a bit of movement left, and then also Gregor Braun with a bit of movement left. I think what we'll want to do... Let's get both of you heading northward. Don't really see any reason why not. Gregor Braun, you're at 17. You've got spears and halberds. You've got 8 melee infantry total. 6 missile infantry. Ready. 2 heroes. I think I want to save some room for cavalry and or artillery. So I think maybe I will actually leave you with what you've got right there, and we're going to move you in this direction. You would be able to help out 1 turn from now against Festus. You as well. And I also want to keep an eye here on Karon Kar because this worries me. Having a potential enemy floating around this this settlement here, which cannot defend itself particularly well, is a concern. They have shades in there, so that's a concern. Let's take a look at them here. Limitless. Clan Ferric, Marienburg, Slaughterhorn Tribe, Blood Guzzlers. Hopefully they think they have enough enemies right now to not declare war on us as well. Okay, then let's go ahead and take a look here. Why isn't Stirland trade partners with us yet? I don't know. They just don't want to be, I suppose. Military access. Yes, we will do this. It is good to see. Take another 1,000 gold for military access. We want to be nice to Marienburg. I know some folks like to conquer them, but again, as our thematic good guy trying to be the leader of humanity, I don't want to go to war with Marienburg at all. We don't even like it when other human factions go to war with each other. For example, when Kislev and who was it? Was it Ostland or Averland? I forget who now went to war with Kislev. That was very, very annoying. Okay. I don't think I want to ally with anybody else right now. We've already got the 2 allies. Excuse me, we've got the 3 allies. Peace treaty, we can't do peace treaties with anybody. Look at all of these enemies that we've got. This is too many enemies. This campaign could very easily be a failure. I didn't mention that at the very beginning. We're going to do the best we can, but it's tough to have this many enemies in Warhammer 3 on Legendary difficulty. Definitely. Okay, and then you, Karl Franz, I don't think you can really move. Okay, I guess you could take 1 step. So that's it then for our armies. Settlement-wise, Castle Reichgard. Wow, 7,360. That is pretty daggone expensive. What do we get out of this? Recruitment rank right here, +1 for Reichsguard and minus 15% recruitment cost. This gives us recruit rank +3 and minus 35%, which is good, but it's going to take recruiting an awful lot of them to make up for how expensive this is. It also allows devastating flanker for Reichsguard, which is really good. Local recruitment duration -1 for Reichsguard. That's really good. Upkeep -5% for Reichsguard and others. That's pretty good. Attrition for all armies in the region. That's less important. Enemy hero action success chance -15%. I'm assuming that's only for the local region. Improved tower projectiles. Moderately increases the health of settlement walls, towers, and gatehouses. Okay. It's a good to have. It's nice to have. I don't really know if we can afford it. We're only making 822 per turn. But here's the thing. We can't actually Unless I wanted to recruit a whole new lord. Which I really don't. Okay, I think I'm going to do this, and if we find out that we really desperately need that money, we have 2 more turns after this one to cancel it and get the money back. Okay. Meanwhile, at least the garrison here is strong enough to defend itself if they were to try to come up this way, and I don't really think they will. This would be wonderful if we could see Talabicland here win a battle against the vampire counts here, but against Sylvania, but I really don't think they would. I think they would lose that even if they tried. All right, I think then, let me just refresh my memory here on objectives. We need 2 more to finish the research technologies objective. We need to build tall walls. Okay, where do I build tall walls at? I can't build them here, and that's the only major settlement we've got. I'm kind of assuming, unless it's this. No. Okay. So we would build them, I suppose, tall walls in another provincial capital. Maybe Nuln. Anyway, we don't have any more right now, so we're not going to have that. Then we need to win Gaul Miraz. Okay, so this is interesting. We need to do that, but we're not in any shape to do it right now. We've got too many other enemies that we need to worry about. And then, of course, we need to kill 1,000 enemies with melee cavalry or demigriff units. Well, this is our only melee cavalry that we've got right now. He is rank 7, which is pretty good. All right, I think then we're also at 2,600. We could do a confederation, but that would take us well below the cushion of 1,000 prestige that we'd like to have. So I'm not going to. For some reason, they only sacked Bladed Towers. They didn't occupy it. And then down here, all of this does belong to Wissenland. Okay. All right, I think then we're ready to go ahead and end our turn. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything super important. Okay, Clan Mulder, no sign of them. Wissenland. Success against Steingart. Okay, Belagar. Okay, the Barrow Legion, we're kind of relying on them to keep... Never mind, we're not at war with Britannia anymore. Okay, so Sylvania here, you're going to... Are you going to attack Ian Schneider there? You are indeed. And I guess he couldn't run away. Theobald von Messinghoff here, coming up in our general direction. Rudy Leikenberg. Okay, I'm not happy with how many armies they have floating around. We definitely need to do something about them. You know it's not a great sign when your neighbor's enemy's turn lasts 3 times as long as your neighbor. Okay, so Festus apparently... Okay, he is coming down towards Altdorf, but he's just raiding. He's not actually laying siege. Okay, that's fine. I don't love the raiding aspect, but I think he's raiding. Actually, I guess that's Karaberg that he's raiding, not really our territory. Okay, and then there's Kazrak. I kind of lost track. Did Middenland lose their army? Or I should say both of their armies? They may have. Okay, Caron. Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't you leave our territory? We don't need you up here. And then Wulfric. Okay, you are just sort of going around Middenheim. Of course, we also have the Norskins there the scaling, I guess that is, who are at war with us as well. So yeah, we got like 4. The scaling aren't exactly superpowers, but they look fairly strong there. So we've got 4 major enemies bearing down on us from the north. Okay, Karl did not declare war on us. So they're not landing and attacking Bogenhofen. Oh, I didn't even see what Kazarak's hero did there to Bogenhofen. Guess we'll find out in a moment. Okay, it looked like Marienburg might have fought a battle right there, just out of our vision. Okay, and there's Middenheim's armies, and oh my goodness, they actually won a battle. There you go, Boris, you are welcome. You won that battle with the help of the degrading army that we gave to you. I feel a little bit better about that now. Now, of course, it wasn't Festus's army that he beat. He beat, you know, one of the smaller, lower level lords. But still, it's a success, and we welcome any kind of success right now. Black Pit Tribe. Looks like they are headed northward, so that's away from us. And then Tempelhof mustering in their capital. I'd love to be able to finish off Tempelhof, but... And well, actually, maybe we can. Maybe now that we've knocked off... We'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at just how imminent the threat on Altdorf is. Having no scaling coming down now. Look at all of these enemy armies floating around Middenheim. Crazy. Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay, so Festus did take Middenheim. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Middenheim is I think that's a dark fortress, isn't it? Okay, Sword of Cain claimed. Okay. Scheme of Doom performed. Okay. Kazarak the One Eye. There you are. Right. Well, there you were. Bogenhofen. Vampiric corruption. The small folk have barricaded themselves in their homes, for this is the dread night of mysteries, when both moons are seen in the night sky, and the dead awake to drag the living to hell. Okay. Geheimnisnacht. Okay, interesting. Well, not the worst thing ever, but obviously not good. Okay, so back here now. We are in a situation where we could recruit in Reichsguard, but it's going to take 2 turns to do it. Yep, right there. Okay. Still, I'd kind of like to get some Reichsguard into this army. Plus, maybe moving into the settlement will give us a little bit of extra replenishment, which is desperately needed. This is pretty good, being able to recruit these things in at such a high rank. This is why we took that skill. Okay. How do we feel about using Karl Franz? Okay. Well, first of all, I need to notice what did he try to do to me here? He assaulted the garrison. Well, that's not ideal, but there's not an imminent attack, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I'd kind of like to start getting some of these enemy heroes assassinated or wounded. Okay.
I serve Sigma.
There's Festus. He is not... He's not in our territory. So, if we took Emperor Karl Franz and we started moving him towards Tempelhof,
Yes, my lord.
and we brought Gregor Braun along, could these 2 armies together take on Tempelhof? And if they did, Could they do it quickly enough that we wouldn't be losing ground to, like, Sylvania here? Okay, we could... That's not a strong army. I'm not terribly concerned about that army. I actually kind of feel like maybe we've got a good chance to do some damage to Sylvania. Again, these armies, we don't have great visibility to them, but we know that they have a tendency in the early going to have an awful lot of chaff units, so things like zombies and skeletons, which we can take on those. Not that our units are much better than chaff, but better to fight them when they're using that than when they're fighting, you know, when they're bringing in Vargeists and, you know, Crypt Horrors as the staple of their armies. Okay, how on earth are we... Can you reach? No, you could reach in March stance, but you cannot reach in regular stance. And you also cannot reach. They probably planned it that way. Okay, you do not need a ton of replenishment. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to push back Sylvania with a combination. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to put you here.
To the provinces.
And I'm going to go ahead and give you... Oh, no, that's right. I said I wanted to wait for them to have... I want to be able to give them either cavalry or artillery or both. I think...
True servant of Sigmar.
I think I've slightly changed my mind.
I will marshal the men.
You've got... No, I haven't changed my mind. Okay, you go ahead and stay there. We're going to move you out. We're going to put you in ambush stance for the moment. Winds of Magic there are weak. You would actually be losing Winds of Magic if you moved here. How do I want to do this exactly? What I want to do is I want to get close enough that we could launch an attack on them if they don't run away. Okay. We can only move as far as that bridge.
On march.
Okay, so we're going to... 70% ambush chance. Okay. I'll leave you right there. That's good. That works for me. And then you move into the settlement. Looks like you did improve your replenishing a little bit, and like I said, we're also going to recruit into you Reichsguard. Now, I may end up canceling that if I need to move you out next turn, but that'll work for now. If I don't need to move you next turn, then in 2 turns you'll have another unit of Reichsguard, which is what I want. And then up here, you... Going to move you... I want you to be close enough to be able to get to Altdorf if Festus comes down this way, but I think what we've learned last turn is that he's not going to. So I'm actually not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to move you a little bit closer here, and I'm going to recruit in. You need... Okay, what can we even afford here? I'm gonna buy 2 more units. And I'm gonna give you 2 swordsmen. We could still afford a little bitty bit more. I'm gonna give you 1 more crossbowman as well. Okay. 359. We could actually afford 1 more crossbowman if we wanted to have absolutely 0 treasury, or alternatively, I could cancel this. I'm going to cancel this. Yeah, that's just too much money, and we've got other things that we would like to do here. So, Ubersreich, let's take a look here. You're at 13. I could build this, which would give you 6 more units with which to defend yourself. That might be a good option. Oh, no, I want this. This is 3680. Income generated, control, attrition under siege, corruption, adds walls to the settlement. Yeah, good enough. It's way better on defense than it is overall, but it's certainly thematic. It's, I think, something that that we should build. And then meanwhile, I could also do this. This increases our income. And then in so doing, we're now in a position where we can still afford another unit here. And I think we will give you... I think we'll go ahead and give you another... I'll give you another swordsman. Because they are less to maintain than the crossbows. Okay. Alright, now we've pretty much reached the maximum that we're going to be able to afford from a turn-by-turn maintenance basis. Okay, and then that also means that we're not going to have the money to build the garrison building here. Alright, scratch this.
Champion of the faith.
How much is it going to cost for the garrison building up here? 1,800. Okay, we can afford it now. All right. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy. Do we want to be friendly with anybody here? I could be friendly with Hokeland. Let me see how close Hokeland is to getting wiped out. Hokeland is just Hergig at this point. Hergig does have their full garrison. Hergig is, I would like to think, not likely to declare war on Talabikland or Ostland at this point. Oh, no, Hokeland has... Oh, no, never mind. That's Hokeland territory, but they don't own it. Okay, let me just double-check here.
So,
in terms of this, you're not upset that we're friendly with anybody except for Kislev. How much would you give us to be
approach us, friend, and make your
defensive
offer.
allies? Good enough.
Indeed.
It's worth it. Okay. A little bit of a risk because you never know when they'll drag us into another war, but we're already at war with literally everybody. So that then does give us enough money now to go ahead and recruit in this swordsman. After all, okay, I think we're... You know what I could have done here?
What orders?
You have enough movement right here. Okay, I'm going to give you
Comet.
2 swordsmen out of this army. And maybe these spears and one of the crossbows out of this army.
By Sigma.
And then I'm going to do all the recruiting in Emperor Karl Franz's army. So let's go ahead and give you the spears, these crossbows, and I said 2 swords, right? I'm going to I think this army is going to be the least likely to fight a battle soon, so I'm pulling out all of the ones that have the
Bring me to
the
my
most
men.
replenishing needed, and now we can go ahead and fill you up with 1 crossbow. That gives you 4 crossbows, 2 handgunners. And then let's go ahead and give you... I think maybe we want to go swordsman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've only got 5 melee infantry. Let's go swordsman. Okay. And these... See, the reason we did all that is because we can recruit these at a higher rank than what Peter Solman would have been able to do. And now, Peter Solman, you actually even have a little bit of
I will do anything
movement
for Sigmar.
left. I can still move you back up to here.
Guided by Sigmar.
And you can be my my mobile force to move in whichever direction is most necessary. Okay. All right. Now I think we're ready to go ahead and end our turn again. I'm still looking at Wissenland and wondering whether I should try to confederate with them. We're still not blessed with enough prestige to do that with any kind of a cushion, so I'm going to go at least one more turn without doing it. Okay, Wissenland. I'm surprised he was able to just go right across the river that easily. So Wissenland clearly not in great shape because we only saw them move a single hero. Okay, Sylvania. Ideally, I'd like to see them putting an army within range for us to attack. Okay, so those guys are raiding. Those are all raiding. I don't know, I can't really tell if they're going to be close enough to attack. Probably not. Okay, Festus. Yeah, he of course wrecked Karaberg there. And then he wrecked Middenland's armies, as expected. Okay, is everybody going to come southwards towards Altdorf? That's the question. If so, that's going to mean cutting short our offensive against Sylvania. So Kazrak is right there raiding. What we really need is either fewer enemies or we need some other enemies for our enemies, if that makes sense. We need people like Wulfric and Scaling to be able to not focus on just us. We might be able to fight off Festus, or even fight off Festus plus Kazrak. We're going to have a heck of a lot of trouble fighting off Festus, Kazrak, Wulfric, and Scaling. And I haven't even mentioned the Black Pit tribe, who could also come down and be a problem at any time. Or heaven forbid, Throt and Clan Mulder. Okay, now what do you want? 1,500 more for a full military alliance, huh? I'm going to say no, because I don't trust you to not declare war on somebody that I don't want to be at war against. Okay, Osland, what are you doing? You're on a pleasure cruise, it looks like. Sterling not doing anything. Okay, here we go. Oh, I thought maybe Talabicland was going to attack him, but he didn't. Alright, man, this is a stressful campaign. Stressful but fun. I've enjoyed it so far. Okay, scaling. It looks like you're going to follow Wulfric. Maybe they've turned to go attack Lorelorn, which in the short term is good for us. In the long term, it's really not. They do have that one army. Now 2 armies that they're bringing down in our direction anyway. If we can fight scaling without Wulfric, that's a battle that I would feel reasonably good about. We got a brutal business. So this concerns me because I feel like, isn't the game bugged where it provides this bonus to the AI factions, but not to the player? Wonder if that's ever been fixed. Okay, anyway, Confederation, all the way over there in Cathay, that doesn't help us. Okay, our ambush was foiled. That's not what we want. They did fail to assault the garrison again, for whatever that's worth. Okay, let's go ahead and see if there's any possibility of an attack right here. Yes, we can reach. They will retreat. They've got...
Do not mistake me for
okay, maybe they wouldn't retreat. We've got 17 units. Okay. This idiot right here didn't even move close enough to support us if we were to attack it. Man, I don't know why do I come up with these thematic ideas where I'm dependent on the AI to behave in a somewhat intelligent fashion, because I'm just constantly disappointed with them. Every time I try to do it, I'm disappointed with them.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Alright. What if I brought you in March Stance? Okay, you could reach close enough to actually reinforce. Right after I said you're the one who's going to be the least likely to get involved in a battle. The thing is, if I move Karl Franz's army up here, they're definitely going to retreat. They may not retreat if I attack with this army combined with this army. And then they almost certainly won't retreat if I attack with only this one army. But this is 17 units against 18 plus 8. It's 26 units. Now, you're going to say, well, yeah, but look at those units, how much damage they've taken, which is true. But then also look at this Master Necromancer who's level 18. So, even though they've got tons of zombies, zombies, they don't do a lot of damage, but it takes a long time to kill them. And they could easily prevent us from being able to wipe out everything as quickly as needed. Although I do think it might be close, but yeah, what I'm going to do...
Warrior of Sigmar.
What I'm going to do... No, I don't want to bring you. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to bring Karl Franz. I don't guess he could attack. No, he cannot attack. Not only can he not attack, but he does have to go into March Stance. Dag nabbit. Okay. Alright, well, it is what it is. It's got to be done. We want to move you to... Actually, maybe not. Maybe I can...
I see no other option.
No, I can move you to here. Don't love that you're losing winds of magic right here, but
Sigmar.
can't really be helped.
By the comet.
And then you...
Into battle!
And they retreated, just as I expected. Okay. And we can't reach them. Alright. I wonder if we can get... Is Stirland at war with Sylvania? They are not. Can we convince you to join the war against
Come in peace.
Sylvania? Absolutely not. Alright, down here, this army, size 20. Wait a minute.
Work to do.
Look at this. Wissenley's got this 18 stack right here with the Emperor with a regiment of renowned steam tank, and yet they're not doing any defending of their own territory. What on earth is going on? What is wrong with you people? Okay, anyway, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and
Prince and Emperor.
get you guys at this point. You can do this for the winds of magic. They're not going to attack you, obviously. The only other thing I could do, I could put him back into March stance
By Sigmar's
and
right.
move him a tiny little bitty bit. Really? That's all the... Oh, it's because he's within the zone of control
This will bolster the nation.
of them.
Never.
But by the same token, they're in his zone of control. And for him to get out of zone of control, he would have to initiate an attack and then retreat, which would probably send him, hopefully, into a place where we can get him. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, meanwhile, you're going to... We're losing 352 per turn, which is obviously not where you want to be. So it's probably just as well that I canceled the recruiting, because I can't really afford that cavalry unit anyway. I think what we will do is put you in ambush stance,
To serve.
move you up here where you can kind of go in any direction.
My journey begins.
Let's see if it makes any difference in terms of where our enemies decide to go. Bogenhofen, you can now afford this 2,000, 2,500 to level that up. This is unlocking capacity for Empire captains. I think we've already unlocked that capacity, haven't we? No, we have not. Okay. We're at 1 out of 1, so this would give us a second one. It is also 2,500, however. This is a net gain of 125. Once both of these are built, we'll be just about break even. This now, I should have changed this last turn. Let's change this now to income from all buildings and see if we can get ourselves back into the green. Ideally, we can fight a battle soon, which would help our money situation. Okay, not loving it, but we're doing the best we can here.
Who calls? The Empire.
I think at this point,
Darkness
nothing
comes.
to do yet. And Ending our turn. Oh, we finally got to see Clan Mulder. Not sure that that's great news, but I was wondering when he would show up. Okay. I'm not saying anything right now because of my level of anger. My absolute level of anger. Okay. Thematically, the next campaign I play is going to be a I hate everyone and I will not ally with a single AI faction, because that's how I feel right now, because this is just a new level of stupid. Wissenland has decided, Elspeth has decided, you know what? We don't have enough problems right now being overrun by Sylvania, and along with, you know, Festus and Kazrak and Wulfric and Scaling and Greenskins, Black Pit Tribe. That's not enough. We need to go to war with good guys. Let's go to war with the Wood Elves, too. That's a great idea. Okay. All right. It is what it is. Now we understand why she wasn't bothering to defend her territory from Sylvania's invasion. She was too busy gathering forces so that she could declare war on the Wood Elves, who have no business even, who are causing no trouble whatsoever to us. And I hope she loses Dalternbach now, because she deserves it. If anybody knows of a mod that makes AI factions not behave like absolute imbeciles, please let me know. Okay. Looks like her gig is probably not long for this world, so our alliance with Hokeland is probably nearing its end. Okay, that time they did succeed at an assault garrison. And then Kazrak is moving towards Bogenhofen as well. Okay, so that's interesting. So the question is, that army that we moved over in that direction, is he close enough to get to Bogenhofen? And if he is close enough to get to Bogenhofen, is he enough to stop Kazrak? I don't know the answer to either one of those questions. Meanwhile, Wulfric is wreaking havoc. Headed back in our direction, so that whatever little diversion he went on there didn't last very long. Look at Claire Caron is just sailing back and forth. Okay, they finally have landed. So what are they going to do now? Okay. Averland failed to wound Scragg's hero. Whatever. Marienburg has decided to abandon their city, I guess, to Clan Carond, to Clark Carond, however you pronounce it. Oslin is still on his sightseeing cruise, and Sturland is still not at war with Sylvania, obviously. You're just kind of, you know, like... Okay, finally... Finally, we had somebody do something productive here. He forced them both to retreat. Don't move away. Don't move away. Stay close enough to them that you can reinforce our attack. That would be wonderful if you could do that. That way we could attack with only one army and move the other one back into our own territory. Nope. Oh, no, well, maybe. He might still be close enough. It's hard to tell. Okay, and the scaling... Are they that close to Altdorf? Was that Altdorf I just saw? Yes, they are that close to Altdorf. Very interesting. Okay, well, we definitely have our work cut out for us here. And this is why we kept some of our field, or prestige. Treasury minus 1,000. Well, obviously we can't do this. So we can't join the defense of Kemperbad against Norska. We could send a military force using prestige. Increase our fealty up to 10. Well, this is obviously what we're going to do. Thematically, we kind of have to. This is what we're all about. So let's do it. It's a decisive victory. It'll be a... Is this a walled city? It should be. Walled city battle. That looks like a minor settlement. Isn't Talabikland? Well, I mean, that's the name of the... Okay, I did... Oh, it's Kemperbad. Okay. Alright, well, let's fight it. They do have mammoths. That's a concern. That is definitely a concern. Let's see whether we're coming into the battle behind the attacking forces or on the opposite side. Either way, hopefully we can still do some good. The last time we did this, it started the battle with us already on the map, as opposed to us being typical reinforcements that would come in 3 minutes later. I presume that's going to happen again. Maybe not. There we are. Okay. 8 seconds. Okay, it's going to take us 8 seconds to come in. And it looks like they are divided. They've got some forces over here. And then some forces over here. And then maybe the main attack force, at least their lord, is attacking right here. So let's go ahead and start the battle. Can we build? We can build. Oh my goodness. I did not realize that I have responsibility for building defenses here. Okay, well obviously I need to get all of you guys heading over here. Let's go ahead and get no, it can't be my responsibility. No, it definitely is my responsibility. They're green. But I can't even get over to that part of the map. Well, this is really stupid. If it's my responsibility to be building these towers, I can't even move my cursor over to look at that part of the map to be able to even click on anything. This is insane if that's the case. But it doesn't look like they're building them. Come on, game. How stupid can battles be designed anyway? I know I sound like I'm complaining an awful lot these days. I love the game, but man, there are some just really stupid design decisions. Okay, if they're gonna just stay there and shoot at me, well then I'll just have to wreck them. Okay, let's go ahead and get. You guys can stop shooting at this point. And then you guys.
What do you bid?
We need you
At speed.
up this way. Okay, you guys, yeah, we've wrecked them. Let's get back. Let's get back. Okay, what, if anything, can we build up here? We'll build a tower right there. Why not? It's as far as I can even see into the city. Okay, now you guys here, you should be able to shoot him. There we go, that's doing some nice damage to him. Okay, you guys get like this, except for maybe you two. Maybe I will have you shoot at him. Now he's a little... I'll tell you what, you guys can go ahead and run them off the map. You can go ahead and charge in. Okay, this is good. They should be shattered here pretty soon. Okay, you... Let's see what happens if we move this direction.
Go! For the Emperor!
Sigma calls.
Okay. Guys, you don't need all your units over here. We've got this side pretty well handled, I think. Okay, you can go ahead and charge into those marauders. Actually, you know what? Make sure you don't get hit the spears instead. Oh, what? Okay, that's on me. That's the just babysitter mod doing its thing there.
In the name of the twin-tailed comet!
Yeah, this is not... Come on, he can't... He's on foot. Don't tell me he moves faster than you do. His speed is 35. Your speed is 78, and he moves as fast as you do. It's insane. Okay. Guys, just run around the long way. That's fine. Just get away from him. You guys can shoot him. Okay, you guys, at this point, let's get you in there. You guys all head in this way as well. Let's go ahead and get... Not that barricade. I guess it's not going to matter because it looks like things are handled here just fine. So I guess I don't have to build towers. Okay, so I've changed my mind. You guys get over here where you can shoot him. Where do they shoot? Oh, they're shooting at a mammoth. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Victory. I don't think I need to bother to keep fighting this. Yeah, really stupid game design if it's up to the human player to build those towers and barricades when in legendary very hard difficulty you have this fog of war where you can't move the camera anywhere on the map, and so you don't even have visibility to anywhere that your units aren't close to. So we lost 500 prestige, but we should gain a little bitty bit of money here. And we did now get Talabicland up to fealty of 10, so they're another potential Confederation partner. Although I still feel like Wissenland is probably the play. They're our immediate neighbor, easier for us to defend, and Elspeth is obviously a legendary lord. Nuln is a good city to have. Okay. So we don't get any money at all. I thought maybe we'd get some money out of it, but... Well, we get 1,130 by doing this. Okay? Which is much needed. Confederation. Okay, does that mean we're no longer at war with the Wood Elves, or does it mean we're now at war with the much larger Wood Elf faction, Talson here? That's Orion, I think, right? Well, we'll find out in a moment. Assault garrison success. That's unfortunate. Midland has been destroyed. I would say that's unfortunate, but I'm not really sure it is. Okay, factions destroyed. There we go. Okay, so war declared. Now Averland, Sylvania. Okay, that's good, actually. And then we have the scaling and the Great Orthodoxy. That's actually kind of good, too. If we can have the scaling having to fight Castalton as well, that's good. Okay, now, you are close enough to help us fight this enemy right here. You're not close enough to help us fight this enemy right there. Okay. Looking up this way, you are not close enough to attack Bogenhafen in one turn. You Okay, how are we going to do this? You're 1 turn away, you're 2 turns away, and at that point, we're pretty much break even with our economy. Even with this boost to our income. Okay, so that did not boost it as much as I kind of had hoped. We could, I just now remembered, yes, we can afford another wizard. I should say we can afford it. We can now recruit 2 more wizards, in fact. Okay. You've already... No, you do not have one in your... Yes, you do. You're a wizard. Okay, so we don't really need another wizard right now in Emperor Karl Franz's army. I mean, he could benefit from it, don't get me wrong, but I think it might make more sense to put a wizard into Gregor Braun's army. How expensive are they? 750, and they take 270 in terms of upkeep. Okay, we'll think about that for the moment. What we need to do first of all, he's going to retreat.
Praise Sigma.
Okay, I can attack this one right there without
I will marshal the men.
Without him reinforcing,
The nation
which means he
falls.
may not retreat. And I feel like we should be able to win that without,
The Emperor bid.
with just this army, so that's what we're going to try to do here.
Attack!
Okay. Hello? Okay, that took a very long time. Alright, that scared me for a second. I was afraid the game had crashed. Okay, it is a, it's a choke point battle. It's kind of interesting. Alright, well, let's go ahead and fight it. I don't quite recognize this layout. I'm not sure if I fought on this map before, which feels really surprising. We definitely want to make sure that we take out those bats and those black knights. Those are the things that are most likely to do damage to our crossbows. What we're going to do is we're going to get... Yeah, it's just kind of a weird map. Okay. Alright. We're going to get 3 of you on 7.
Crossbowmen!
And 3 of you on 8.
My Sigmar's will!
And then we're just going to get all of you guys... Here, let's do this. We might as well put our halberds on the flanks, if I can draw correctly. There we go. Put the halberds on the flanks, in case those knights decide to come around and I somehow miss it. You guys in the middle. Yes, I will move them forward. You guys facing this way, actually. And this way. Okay. And now you...
Swordsman!
You 4... Start the battle. Let's go ahead and move you ahead of
Tailed comet!
the crossbows
Crossbows
and the
ready to
archers. Did I forget to move you guys? I did. My goodness. What on earth are you doing, Michael?
roll. Crossbowmen!
Okay, let's get everybody now forward like this.
Yes, my lord! On our way!
Speed up. What are they doing? They're still not doing... They're not coming towards us, at least, so that's good. Okay. Got a witch hunter, we got a warrior priest, and we got general of the empire. You've got the... Okay, alright, what are they doing right there? Okay, let's get you guys... Oh, you're slow, that's why. Okay, let's get all of you guys
Taking aim!
moving this way as fast as possible.
Quick march!
It's okay with me if they want to come towards him. We've got this hex that we can put on them. Okay, the Black Knights are coming too. Okay, I need you guys. Turn around, get in there. Alright, Mr. Witch Hunter. Had no idea you were quite that slow, but it's okay. We've drawn them out, and that's fine. Let's go ahead and do this.
Prepare for combat. Get there.
You can fight them. Let's get you guys in on them as well. Okay, 7s, I want you all shooting those bats. 8s, I want you shooting those black knights. Yeah, you've not even really taken all that much damage, so it's just fine. Let's get you in there on him, and you as well. Okay, we should be taking care of those bats fairly handily at this point. Let's go ahead and get you guys here. Let's get you guys here. At this point, I don't think we need to worry about the Black Knights getting to our back line. 8s at this point. Okay, they're wiped out. Take out those zombies. 7s. Take out those fell bats. You guys go ahead and fight them, fight them, fight them, fight them. Okay, you can probably pull out at this point. You're the only one who's taken any damage at all. Let's go ahead and get you charging into those zombies. Yeah, this should pretty much wrap it all up here. Get in on those grave guard. In a second, you'll be able to debuff the grave guard. And I presume all those zombies will disintegrate in a moment. Looks like it. And the spearmen too, crumbling. Okay. Is something left? Oh my goodness. Okay, shoot them. I'm surprised they're not disintegrating already. They actually have leadership of 58 here, despite the fact that their entire army has been wiped out. Got immersion here from my Baldur's Gate playthrough, sending me a message there. Oh no, we've got multiple. Okay, so here, let's do this. Let's actually go ahead and get ourselves better situated for multiple enemy units. Let's get let's get you on them. The rest of you then back here. Oh, I forgot. He's answering a question of mine. I was taking a look at the DLC for Crusader Kings 3 that's coming out, and I know that he plays it, so I was asking him what DLCs he would recommend. Anyway, enough about the different game, Michael. Let's get back to Warhammer here. This should just be a matter of wiping them out. You can go ahead and do your debuff again. Why not? Now they're disintegrating. So them actually chasing... Oh, we got... Wow, holy cow, they got more units here than I thought. Okay, 8s. Shoot at them. 7s get like this. You guys now get like this. You guys as well get like this. These are just skeleton warriors and other skeleton warriors. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's get you on them. Let's get you on them. You should be shooting. You can go ahead and do your foe seeker here. You can go ahead and get in on them. Crumbling, weak binding here. Let me just make sure they don't have any other units floating around. I don't know how they ended up attacking us in 3 waves when we started with more units than they had, but somehow that is indeed what happened. And they're actually, this is amazing to me. I mean, now they're at minus 22. I was going to say, why are they not disintegrating already? I would have thought that when their lord and all of their most powerful units had been destroyed, that would make all these other guys disintegrate, but apparently not. And they're still not. The army is still not wiped out. What is going on?
Crossbows ready, General. At speed.
All right, you are the fastest unit. We're just going to run you all over the battlefield until we see the enemy. This is not fun, game. I'm not sure what is going on here. Meanwhile, I need to fast forward, of course. I had this happen once before with a Kazrak. Oh, there we go. We found them. Okay, it's the enemy lord. Everybody on the enemy lord, of course. I forgot that we had a necromancer. And not only do we have a necromancer, but he's actually at full strength, even though he started... Okay, I don't need my crossbows fighting in melee. Yeah, he started out at almost dead. There we go. Okay, so I just realized the reason why it seemed to like he kept having more and more units is because his necromancer just kept summoning them. Makes perfect sense. Sometimes it helps to actually, pay attention and to know your enemies. That sounds like something Sun Tzu probably said. Know your enemies. Okay, we got 500 prestige out of it, so that's really good. That compensates for the 500 that we lost from helping to defend whoever it was we helped earlier. I guess it was Talabikland. Okay, now I think what we really need more than anything is more money, even though it wasn't really that much. Game is saved. Okay. And gained a couple ranks. Okay. So now this guy's going to retreat when we attack him. The question is whether we'll have enough movement left to attack him anyway. Although actually, now that I think about it, okay, I could probably, now that it's just this one army, I can probably win that with this army by itself. I was going to say, because when he retreats, this army will no longer be close enough to reinforce. And I don't really want to keep moving Emperor Karl Franz farther in this direction because he's very clearly needed back over in home territory. So I think what we'll do, I think I'm going to leave it there because this is going to require a little bit of maneuvering and then a battle that I think is going to be a one army versus one army. So I want to take my time with it and fight it intelligently. Don't want to rush it. So we're going to go ahead and I think save that for the beginning of the next episode. We're going to get Karl Franz back into friendly territory. We're going to move you close enough that you can help defend Bogenhofen if they move in that direction. Scaling, I don't think Scaling would dare attack Altdorf on their own. Festus would, but he's not going to do it right away, I don't think. So yeah, you're going to go this way. At least close enough that you can get there in one turn. Meanwhile, Bogenhofen, I now have enough money that I could do this, but it's just not... We just don't have enough money to be doing stuff like that. It would be better off for me to recruit in some battle wizards, I think. Okay. So, yeah, so this army is going to attack him. This army, back this way, this army over this way, recruit a couple of wizards. I think that's what we're looking at for the remainder of this turn. And we need to... We could, at this point, probably reliably think it's going to be a few turns until we get the next pop-up, dialogue, whatever it's called, event that's going to require prestige. So maybe we do go ahead and consider doing a confederation at this point. I don't know. We'll think about that. It's still looking like an extremely hazardous campaign overall, but it's been fun. That's the important thing. Anyway, we'll do the best we can. That's really all I can promise. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.